Chapter 5 Operating and Financial Leverage. The next item we would go over is volume cost profit analysis of a leveraged firm. Units sold is 50,000, total variable cost 40,000, fixed cost is 60,000, total cost would be 100,000, which is variable plus fixed. Total revenue is 100,000, giving us our break-even operating income of 0. From there you can see the different breakdown of variable costs and fixed costs of what our loss would be and then what our profit would be. Conservative approach. Some firms choose not to operate at high degrees of operating leverage. Its more expensive variable costs may be substituted for automated plant and equipment. This approach may cut into potential profitability of the firm. A break-even chart shows a conservative firm. You can see a break-even analysis point shows its profit and loss, where the break-even point would be closer to the $40,000 mark as far as dollars, and then the variable fixed costs would be closer to, it looks like, $30,000. You can see 30,000 units, total variable cost would be about 48,000, fixed cost 12, total cost 60, total revenue 60, gives you the break-even point for your operating income or loss. The risk factor. Factors influence decision on maintaining a conservative or leveraged position include economic condition. How is the current economy looking? Is there a strong supplier demand for your particular product? Competitive position within the industry. How competitive are you? What kind of market share do you hold? Future position. Stability versus market leadership. Are you looking to maintain what you have in your specific market, or are you looking to grow? Matching an acceptable return with the desired level of risk. You're not wanting to be super risky, but you're not wanting to be super conservative, but you're wanting to get that risk that's associated with what you're trying to achieve in the return for your efforts on the risk. Cash break-even analysis deals with cash flows rather than accounting flows. Helps in analyzing the short-term outlook of a firm. Example of non-cash items that are excluded: depreciation, credit sales, and credit purchases of materials. The degree of operating leverage, or DOL, percentage change in operating income as a result of a percentage change in units sold, computed only over a profitable range of operations, more when it is computed closer to BEP. DOL, percentage change in operating income over percentage change in unit volume. Operating income or loss. So you can see number of units, the leveraged firm versus a conservative firm. For a leveraged firm, if you produce 40,000 units, you're still going to be at a $12,000 loss on the negative side. But for a conservative firm, you'd actually be a positive income of 4,000. Computation of degree of leverage. For a leveraged firm, degree of leverage or degree of operating leverage, percent change in operating income over percent change in unit volume. 24,000 over 36,000 times 100. 20,000 times 100 gets you 80,000. 67% and 25% is that change, will get you 2.7. So you can see a conservative firm, 8,000 over 20,000 times 100. That gets you 20,000 times 100. 80,000, or your percent change is 40% over 25%, which equals 1.6. Your algebraic formula for a degree of operating leverage: quantity times price per unit minus your variable cost per unit. Take your quantity times your price per unit minus your variable costs minus your fixed costs. For the leverage firm, assume Q is 80,000 with P equals $2, VC is 80 cents, and FC is 60,000. See the computation below, which gives your total degree of leverage, degree of operating leverage at 2.7. There is limitations of this analysis, so assumption of existence of constant or linear function for revenues and costs as volume changes may not hold good in real-world relevancy. Again, this is just in theory. Price weakening to capture increasing market, and cost overruns when moved beyond optimum size operation. Relationships are not so fixed as assumed with this kind of analysis. That ends part 2.